Hello and welcome to week 17 on this journey to 100Ks. It's been a pretty cool week. Last week, as you all know, we completed the Gold Coast Half Marathon. And now it's time to reset, get into the real endurance training. This week just gone has been all about recovery. And from here on, it's going to be a long and tough, but overall, hopefully a very fruitful journey to build up to the things that we need to get done for the 100K. I'm really looking forward to that process. I've been chatting to a mate of mine a little bit lately who just happens to be an endurance athlete and a coach. And he was asking me how I'm going to train for the 100K. Quickly realized that I actually had no idea. Working with a coach, on the other hand, probably was a really good idea. So this week, I'm happy to say that I've engaged a coach to help get me prepared physically and mentally for this massive challenge ahead. And Courtney's doing the same as well, both going to be working with the same coach. Throughout this recovery week, I spent a little bit of time considering a couple of things which I'll unpack in a bit more detail through this clip. I come up with four main things that I'm going to talk about. What does it take to motivate me to train? What do I need to do to prepare for this 100Ks? What are my goals in the lead up and for the 100K event? And how can a coach actually help me achieve these? And that last one's a really cool one. The coach actually suggested that I think about that, and that helped me unpack everything that I'm going to talk about here. So let's get into it. All right, what does it take to motivate me to train? I came up with three main things. First one is structure. So what this means is a built or pre-built, defined, not pre-built necessarily, but built and defined workout. So something this is what's got to happen. A schedule, if it's in a calendar, I'm going to do it because I'm a highly scheduled person. And I also need measurable targets and a regular feedback loop. So for me, that's being able to see the progress, being able to see what I've achieved, and being able to get feedback on that and see that slowly progress and build over the course of the plan. Thinking about the 100K event now, what do I need to do to prepare for that event? There's a couple of major things here which I hadn't really even considered previously, but I think they're going to be critical probably to actually making it through this event, being able to complete it. So one really important one is I need to sort out my fuel and nutrition. Not that it's been a particular problem for me up to now, it's been fine, but I am aware that I'm moving into a massively new territory. I've never done anything of this length or this amount of time before. So I need to figure out what to use, what works for me, how to use it, when to use it. The energy requirements for this race are going to be enormous. And I've got to work out what I can and can't eat because there's going to be some stuff that's going to not work in my gut. What's going to give me the calories and the other nutrients that I need, and I really probably need to come up with a strategy for what to do when I inevitably get sick of eating whatever it is that I've got with me. How do I still get the calories that I need when I don't want to eat or don't want to eat what I've got? I need to develop my mental strength. I've been doing a lot of reading about ultramarathons, and I read time and time again that the mind gives out long before the body will. And I think I need to find this point in myself. I probably need to find it quite regularly, and I need to learn to recognize what this point is, what it looks like, what the symptoms leading up to it are. And most importantly, I need to learn how to control it and actually go and use that to my advantage. I need to build my strength, not just strength through running. I need to build my core strength and stabilize the muscles and all sorts of stuff just all around. More strength equals more speed. More strength equals more endurance. It equals more efficiency. It equals less risk of injury. It equals more enjoyment. Like, how can you possibly go wrong building more strength? And I need to explore and understand completion strategies for something of this magnitude. What can I put in place to counter some of the difficulties I'm going to come across along the way? There'll be things that I think of in advance that I can prepare for, like what do I do if I'm sick of eating the food that I've got, or what do I do if I get a blister? But what strategies can I come up with and employ to help me solve other issues that I'm not able to anticipate in advance? And the final really important one is I need time on my feet. I need to build up that weekly distance, get my legs and my feet and my body used to doing that kind of mileage. So what are my goals for the lead up and for the 100K race itself? Well, I'll talk about the 100K first because that one's really easy. I've got two goals. The A goal is to finish in under 16 hours. If I can do that, I'll be absolutely stoked. If for whatever reason I don't look like I'm going to make that, my B goal is just to finish. There's a cutoff time of 24 hours. So it gives me ample time to find my way across the finish line. So I'm determined I'm going to finish this race either way. During the lead up, I want to achieve a couple of more, lifestyle and well-being things. I want to lean out. I've got a little bit of belly fat still just hanging around my midsection. It's kind of been annoying me for the last year or so. I want to get it gone. I want to shift it before I line up on the start line. I also like to drop a couple more kilos. I want to line up at the start line with a start weight of no more than 77 kilos. Really want to improve my core strength. And I really want to build discipline in strength training and paying proper attention to recovery. What I mean by build discipline is I want at the end of this training program, when I no longer have these things scheduled as part of what I've got to do to meet this goal of finishing this race, I want those things to continue. I want them to just be part of my normal routine. And I really want to improve my upper body strength. That's kind of a vanity one, I guess. Bit scrawny. Got a runner's upper body, not much going on kind of above the hips. So yeah, just want to build up a little bit of extra strength there. So the question that my coach put to me is, why don't you think about and talk about how I or a coach can actually help you? So I think in my circumstances, for me, a coach can help me by providing a structured and varied plan, using data and science-backed coaching methods in order to meet my goals. I respond really heavily to data-backed and science-backed methods. A coach can help me by providing tailored workouts that match my body's response to the training. So this is done by analysing a range of metrics that are collected through things like I wear an Oura ring, which I'm not actually wearing at the moment, but it collects heart rate variability, pulse, sleep metrics, all sorts of stuff, and I'll do another video about that. But yeah, providing a tailored workout that matches my body's response to the training by using that data that I'm collecting on a daily basis and not really doing all that much with. Scheduling appropriate workouts based on what those metrics are and how I'm actually responding. A coach can help me by providing scheduled workouts. As I said a minute or two ago, if it's in my calendar, it's going to get done. So the way this is going to work is my coach is going to put workouts in a calendar for me. I'm going to see them there and I'm just going to go out and get them done. And they also help by providing regular check-in points, which is the feedback loop I was talking about earlier, an opportunity to talk about progress and provide guidance and talk all things endurance, recovery, fueling, strategy, shared experiences, all that sort of stuff. So the coach himself is a mate of mine called Kefren Izzard. He runs his own coaching business called Get Coached. Kef is a multiple age group champion and world qualifier over all triathlon distances and has competed at world Ironman level. I've got so much respect for this guy. He's a Triathlon Australia certified development coach. And the way he structures the training plans it's fully personalized to the individual, just to ensure that they fit in with your life, what you've got going on, and most importantly, that you're successful. It's data driven. He uses the observations of data that I've collected from devices and uses that to tailor those workouts based on my own physiological markers, so that I'm not overtraining and that I'm responding correctly and I'm reducing my risk of injury. I'm building when it's appropriate to build and those sort of things. He uses evidence-based training methods, ones that have been tried and tested and used in the past and verified as valid and legitimate and beneficial. And this is a great testimonial, actually. Courtney got personalised coaching from him last year, and she was able to drop 8 minutes off her PB to achieve a sub 4-hour marathon. I think that's just brilliant. And Kev worked with her through that whole process. And not to mention, he's a really great guy. It's partly thanks to his influence through the Bundy Roadrunners crew and our time at the track sessions and everything in Bundaberg that Kev and his partner ran, that I've stuck with running for as long as I have. So, where to from here? Well, the coaching's actually already started. On Saturday, we did a threshold test. Well, I did a threshold test, which is a hard 5K run. Actually got me a new 5K personal best of 22 minutes 15. Shaved a good 30 seconds off my previous attempt, which is pretty awesome. This threshold run spits out my heart rate. The coach puts it into a calculator and gives me my heart rate and pace training zones, which is what basically everything in my training plan is based around. So now if there's a workout that says go run for an hour and a half in zone 2, I can program into my watch nothing more than zone 2. I'll get an alert if my heart rate's getting too high, and I can slow it down, keep that in that zone where I'm going to get the maximum benefit. Today's Monday. Today was a recovery day. So I went for a 3-hour hike, nice and easy. Just a little social hike with a couple of people from work. Tomorrow I've got a 1-hour endurance run and some strength work. And then Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday and Sunday, more endurance. Sunday, it's endurance with hills. And then, who knows? Nothing scheduled yet for the week after. It's a wait and see deal. So yeah, there it is. I got a coach, and I'm really looking forward to the process, really looking forward to the journey. The next 5.5 to 6 months as I'm getting prepared for this 100K are going to be epic. And I'm glad I've got somebody walking me through the process, walking me through the journey. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to meeting, hopefully exceeding my goals, and sharing progress with you guys along the way. Anyway, thanks for watching. Next week, we should be out and about on the road. So, see you then.